Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I brought again the smoothest man on the internet, Mr. Periodic. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing very good. I'm buttered up, lotioned up, smooth as can be. Got no clue.
Very
How smooth
good.
I can be.
Hey, that was already pretty smooth.
I don't know where we're going with this, man. This
Hey,
is already starting off the rails.
yeah, it is. It is. And it's always, out of respect, you always have to bring you in as the smoothest man. It's disrespectful if you do not. So, Mr. Toonrami, I did watch your video. We got to fix that, man, for the next
Well,
one.
he's smooth just because he's made of metal.
True.
So there's a difference.
But he didn't give
He's
you
physically
the special smooth man treatment.
That's true.
That's the issue. That's the
You're right.
issue here.
Son of a
Well,
gun.
yeah, I know. Insane. And well, in today's video, I brought Mr. Periodic to come on, and we're going to basically be discussing the Dokkan Battle 6th year anniversary banners. With our experience in the game, looking at previous anniversary banners, we're basically going to give you guys our ideas of what's going to be on the banner. Remember, one thing I will say, the random Easy 8 units and like Dokkan Fest are going to throw on there, that's always a surprise. Let's look at 4th year. Yeah, this Goku, like all these Gokus here, that was a surprise. Nobody was expecting those. But some of the other things you could look at, you kind of understand, right? Like you look at this banner, you see the 3rd year LR, right? So primarily that's what they've been doing. As of right now, the 5th year is probably the one that we're going to be taking the most note of. I did bring up the 4th year just to kind of take a look at it, just to remember those tough times when, seeing physical Vegeta on a banner was an exciting thing. You miss those times, Periodic?
I'm not gonna lie. Now that I look at these banners, they're kind of trash, even for the time
Yeah.
they were in. Like, I'm just like kind of looking at it, and I'm like, okay. Even when they first came out, like by the 4th year anniversary, the physical GT Kid Goku Super Saiyan, the Kaioken Goku, the AGL Super Saiyan Goku. I don't even think he had his EZA, or was he getting his EZA during this?
I think I think he got his EZA before the 5th year. Wasn't that what it was? Let me see the date.
I'm not sure, but it's like
That's a good question. Let me look at his date real quick. Waiting for that to load.
So he came out 2018.
Yeah, this was before 5th year.
Good God, yeah. So he was not particularly great when he first came out. He was okay.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, man, those bottom units are actually pretty bad. So I'm glad that we've gone away from those times, because now they'll give us units that already have EZAs, like on the 5th.
Exactly.
5th anniversary. Yeah. You'll see it's like, okay, 5th anniversary, much better.
EZA. Two of these units already had EZAs. Really and Gogeta got an EZA like in the same year. So
yeah, and honestly, like you said, we knew that the 120 leads were going to start being EZA, so it wasn't a bad pull if you got Gogeta if they weren't already rainbowed. On this one, I mean, really just the two bad summons would be Strength Boo and Physical Super Vegito.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And even then, I would say the Strength Boo much better than the Super Vegito. I'm not a fan of the Super Vegito.
I agree.
Especially at Rainbow Star level 10 links, the Strength Boo's actually pretty decent besides the LR Boo.
Yep.
But you have a lot of great units on here. You got the 2 new units. You got the LR Gohan. The addition of, the Worldwide Celebration unit on here.
Yes.
Alongside of the former, anniversary unit. And then you have some solid category leads. So, yeah, I'm glad they kind of spiced it up a little bit.
Yes, they did. Trunks' Zamasu, Merge Zamasu, like the EZAs that they brought in were very good. Like Merge Zamasu, very good. Physical Vegeta Blue is very good. And we come over to the Gogeta one. Shenron was amazing. Janemba is also amazing. Funny enough, the STR Janemba is actually weaker than the IT one. That's insane.
I would say that he's probably better defensively, but he's not as good offensively,
which is absolutely insane. I thought that's such a weird thing for them to do. I mean, it's cool. I mean, both of them have use, right? But that's still odd.
Yeah, I do have to say, Talon made a great point and pretty much said, like, the thing you have to understand about the Intelligence Janemba though is he's almost free to play at this point, because he's available on Redstones, and they get Red Dragon Stones every celebration. So if you wanted to, you could have just rainbowed him off of the Red Dragon Stones that they give us in like 1 year's time. Whereas the Strength Janemba is going to be much harder to get. So those who don't have a copy or haven't rainbowed him already, couldn't be me, but those who haven't, you're going to have a tough time doing it.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, man, 100%. So now looking into the actual banners, right? I'm glad we went over all the banners. Yeah, fourth year banners were god awful. It's a different time period though, because back then we were all very hyped. We're all like, yeah, these are tremendous because MVP 17, Vegeta was amazing. That was actually, hey, funny enough, that Vegeta was a global shaft in a way. Not really because we got him so much, like we got him later on, of course. But I think this is the JP banner because I don't believe Vegeta was on our fourth year anniversary banner, if I remember correctly. Or am I getting that mixed up?
It'll show global in Japan, or maybe it doesn't. Never mind.
Or am I getting that mixed up with the worldwide celebration? I might be getting that mixed up with Goku and Frieza.
Could be worldwide.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's what it was because I remember.
I think, yeah, 5 year, 4 year, 3 year, they're usually the same across the board. They don't really mess around.
Yeah, yeah. I'm getting that. Okay, now it was the Goku and Frieza banner, which was, you know, for one, it was insane that they came back, right? And this is when they started the trend of bringing the worldwide celebration units in. But yeah, it was that banner because everybody went crazy, like, oh, Vegeta hasn't come out. Should have been Vegeta's release, but no, he came out like, I think a month later.
Yeah, that's what. And I do have to say, with like me talking trash about the bottom units on here, this was a very top-heavy banner though. Like
getting those 3 awakenings were dope.
Yeah, you had the 4-year anniversary unit. You had the 3rd year anniversary unit on it, which is like, oh, okay, this is big. Even AGL Transformation Goku at this point wasn't on 10 million banners, so he was somewhat new. And fairly usable. The UI Goku was okay at the time. Well, he was
still pretty good back then. He was still
very good. Jiren was a solid unit. Angel Frieza is a hard hitter, but was always kind of strange because he had that super class.
He probably has aged the best out of some of these. Honest, like between UI, him, and Jiren, I would say that Frieza, like now, especially after the Link update, that's what it is, right? The Frieza clan links are so much like their attack, the defense. Like my Rainbow one could usually be like at 100k and hitting like 2 million attack stats, so he's pretty solid.
I'll probably go with Jiren actually, just because of
the stun.
Full power Jiren. They are very good friends together.
True. And, yeah, that does give him a lot more use now.
Jiren kind of, but I will concede currently on global, since LR Jiren isn't here. Yeah, Angel Golden Frieza will probably be the better fit because Jiren right now is just kind of, you know,
in that weird loop.
Yeah, kind of just like LR Bojack, right? LR Bojack on global, the intelligence one. He's just kind of chilling. Like, bro, on my teams, I literally bring the World Tournament physical Bojack that gets max level 100.
Yeah, that's pretty good though. He's
just because they share the same amount of links that the Strength Bojack does. But obviously, the Strength Bojack is also a support, and he's so much better. So they're just kind of waiting in limbo, right? Like that Strength Jiren is waiting for his big brother to show up, and the LR Jiren is waiting for his little brother to show up. So
yeah, that's a good way of putting it. But like you mentioned, yeah, back then I was hyped though. Those 3 units coming out, they did not do that in the 5th year. By the way, guys, all the ranting that we're doing is going to come back to the 6th year stuff because the best way to get knowledge of what's to come is looking at the previous stuff. Unfortunately, 5th year went away in that direction because, you know, during the 4th year, like, hey, we're going to give you guys a lot of awakenings. So they gave us 3 awakenings on Super Saiyan 4 Goku's and 3 awakenings on Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's. We had over 6 new Dokkan awakenings for TURs in that time frame. None of them had EZAs, but they all got awakenings, which was sick. In this realm, which is like the new era of Dokkan, they're not so crazy about awakenings anymore, if you could tell. If not, the only 2 new units were obviously the main banner unit and Trunks. So Trunks being the only actual new banner unit that you could pull a bunch of times. So before we go into what's going to be starting to come back, do you think they're going to keep the same formula of, you know, just bringing 3 EZAs, you know, the 3 Dokkan Fests, like the decent leaders, and then the big difference that I'm going to drop right here, I think they're going to be very similar to the worldwide celebration banners. I think it's going to be 4 LRs again. I think that's the new meta. Yeah. I think it's going to be 4 LRs. And it's going to be very similar to what we're looking at a screen right now. Just take off the 3rd year and add the LR here and bring down Vegito and bring down SDR Vegito, and it'll be that. That's my assumption right now.
That I hadn't thought of that, but you could 100% be correct, especially since we have a large number of Dokkan Festival LRs now in the game.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many that they could do that now.
And like with these cards, they have to put them on banners. They can't just not, you know, have them show back up. So there's a schedule that they create and like a format that they have of, okay, we're going to bring this guy back on this and do this and that and blah, blah, you know, do all that stuff. So it would make sense that now that they have this big list of Dokkan Festival LRs, and that is one of the rarest things that shows up in the game, Dokkan Fest LRs, because obviously on legendary banners,
they're not there. Yeah.
The all the LRs are there except for Dokkan Fest. So you really have to wait, what, 2-3 times a year
to have a chance. Yeah, like we all hate seeing Go On and Cell come back, but in reality, they only came back twice last year. During the anniversary and the worldwide celebration. That was it.
And honestly, there's like the only thing rarer than them is type category banners. Because damn, when was the last time we seen those?
Those are the money-making ones. I spent a lot of money on those, unfortunately.
Really, bro, I've never bought stones for those banners.
I have every single 50% support besides Vegeta. That's the only one I'm missing.
That could also be why I'm missing like 70% of the 55% units.
Yeah.
Because I just don't summon on it. Though I do have enough red coins to get, or blue coins to get like 2 of them. So
you should. You definitely should.
I want to get strength Kaba because
he's so good.
With the
Kefla.
Yeah, Kefla.
Yeah, that's such a fun duel. That I love running that team. I would love running that rotation. But looking at the banners for worldwide, the reason why, again, I think it's going to be very, very similar to worldwide. It's like how Mr. Periodic just mentioned. We have too many Dokkan Fest LRs in the game now. They have oversaturated LRs, which is not a bad thing. Whatever. They have a million of them. But they're going to have to start bringing these back more frequently. Like, and the reason why I think it's going to be 4, it's because they just put 2 on the New Year's banner. They put the 5th year LRs, which that's actually pretty normal because that's what they do. That's what they did for the worldwide celebration for last year's. They put the 2, they put Go On and Sell on these. So it made sense that, they're kind of switching it up a bit with putting Vegeta and Gogeta there. And obviously to get you to spend money. So with Vegeta and Gogeta not coming onto the 6th year, to me, it's pretty obvious. We're going to get, obviously, Vegito and Buhan are going to be on those banners. Like confirmed at this point. They will be on those banners because if they don't have the blue fusions as a selling point, they have to be the selling point here as well. One thing I want to go over, because some guys will be like, oh, maybe Go Bros or Blue Boys. Blue Boys and Go Bros will never be on a dual Dokkan Fest type of deal because they're not ever dual Dokkan Fest. So those will only come back for like, you'll see Blue Boys come back in Saiyan Day. That's probably when you'll see Blue Boys come back. That's when they'll make their grand return, but they will not be on this banner. The Super Saiyan 4 is the reason why I'm saying them. It's because they don't come back very often, like you mentioned, and they have to throw some type of garbage, right?
So I actually agree with you. I think what they would do is new LR in place of Bootanks there. Bootanks moves down, right? You have the year 5 and year 5. I'm thinking maybe if they did Bootanks and Vegito, and then they did year 5 and year 4s, maybe.
Yeah, that's what. Wait, what do you mean year 5s and year 4s?
The year 5 and year 4 LRs, and just knock off the year 3 LRs. So
yeah, they're gonna take
Gogeta and Vegito are gone.
Yeah, so take those 2 down, bring Buon and Vegito down to the
Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta will be on their respective banners, one apiece, and then instead of the AGL Gohan, he's gone. You have the 5 years on there, the Tech Vegito and.
You think they'll bring them back that soon?
What, the 5-year anniversary units? Yeah, because they do it every year. On the 4-year anniversary, the 3-year anniversary units were there.
Hold on.
4-year anniversary.
Wait. Actually, check out 5th year. Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually trolling. What?
Super Saiyan 4s weren't on. That's what I was looking at earlier. So it seems like they throw the worldwide celebration banner units, and then they use the previous anniversary units, which is a very odd design, right? That is very odd that they do it like that. Like, it would make sense to bring Vegito and Gogeta back on the 6th year. However, marketing is why they probably don't do that, because they brought Vegito and Gogeta back on Pikkon and Janemba's banner, which they knew Pikkon's not going to sell money, so they brought back the big boys to make the money. So that's how they do it. And then they bring back the worldwide celebration units on the 6th year because they know those are going to make money too. No, it's all cleverly planned. That's what it is. Yeah, they're looking at the monies.
You think that Cell and Gohan will be on the banner?
I think they're going to come back.
Yeah.
If the Super Saiyan 4s are back, they'll be back too.
Honestly, I don't want Gohan coming back, bro.
I have had them rainbowed and Cell rainbowed for a while now, so those are gonna hurt when I pull those dudes.
Yeah, I don't have Cell Rainbow, so I would actually like. I think I need 2 more copies for him. But the Gohan is like, bro, I have like 2 extra copies. I don't need the Gohan.
Yeah.
I don't need him. But like, who else would they be able to put on there? You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
yeah, exactly. So it'll probably be the 4 LRs, like Master UI, Evolution, Robe, Vegeta. Assuming that's gonna be Vegeta. Typically, the only I keep saying this in my videos. Every celebration revolves around a Goku and Vegeta type of card. If it's gonna be Mastered UI, expect a Vegeta variant of Goku. It's always been like that, for the last. Besides second year changed out with Gogeta and Janemba.
Yeah.
And then after third year till now, they've kept it Goku and Vegeta-esque. They could change it on us and not put Royal Blue Vegeta, but I think that's a missed opportunity to give him a card. Like a good solid LR card. I would love a Royal Blue. I think everybody does. So I hope they keep it that way, like how they've had it, because it makes sense. Goku and Vegeta being the biggest selling points of Dokkan for sure. Now let's talk. Let's talk for like actual banner units here. So last year we had 1 new banner unit on each banner. We had Trunks and we had Bardock. Right. My biggest hope for Master UI's banner, give us a Master Roshi.
I was just thinking that,
Master
dude. What the hell?
Freaking Roshi.
I was literally about to say, Master Roshi, better come out your mouth.
yeah, Master Roshi, and then for Vegeta, give us another Kabe. Give us a good Super Saiyan 2 Kabe or a transforming base. Yeah, because the only Super Saiyan 2 Kabe we have is the free-to-play tech one, so they could make a good banner unit version of that, and then make that Vegeta's unit super attack. They
also,
could do that
make
easily.
Them transforming. Have them go base form to Super Saiyan.
Yeah, they could do that.
That would be dope, since they don't have that in the game as of yet. And have transforming Master Roshi where he does Ultra Instinct and call it a day.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need.
Done. Easy.
Yeah, that is easy.
He was dodging Jiren, bro. Like, come on.
He was dodging Jiren. He
had an Ultra Instinct.
These are.
You just couldn't see his eyes because he had the glasses on. That's all it was.
Yeah, these are actual facts here. It is true. It is true. Okay.
This is canon.
Yeah, this is definitely canon stuff. But I agree. So Master Roshi, a Kabe on that, Goku banner with Master Roshi, Kabe with Vegeta makes the most sense, and they could do some type of unit super attack, maybe not with Master Roshi because it wouldn't make much sense because Master UI, it's it's Master Ultra Instinct Goku. He didn't talk to anybody while he was fighting. He was just going crazy.
Right.
Vegeta, he cried over Kabe, so having some type of either having that in his unit, like in a unit super attack when he does like the final flash, not the final, final explosion, final atonement. When he does when he does that, you could have Kabe on rotation with him, and they show the scene with him crying a little bit, and then he just does that move. So there's a couple of things that they could do. And then in terms of the banner, we talked about the 4 LRs, and then for actual banner units, right?
I'm laughing at just seeing Master Roshi in a banner. I swear, I would love to see it.
Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be them listening to the fans, because everybody's been asking for a Master Roshi, dude.
Yeah, besides Mafuba Roshi, which is like the only, and he's like kind of just weird. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's a one-time pony. He's a one-trick pony, right?
Exactly. It's very strange.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. And then and for the leads, since we got Trunks and Zamasu, I'm trying to think of the next variant of Trunks and Zamasu. Gotenks and Boo will probably be on these banners. No, they just came back. Why did they put Gotenks and Boo on the New Year banner, but they're not going to use them for 6th year?
Yeah, I mean they.
Wait a second. Yeah, that's odd because Trunks and Zamasu came back for 5th.
Actually, can you take a look at last year's Japan?
Did they have a dual? Yes, they did. Hold on. Dokkan Battle Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Vegeta banner. I want to see that banner from last year because that's the banner that we should look at. So Vegeta's banner, no, Trunks and Zamasu weren't on there. It was a full Vegeta banner, and then Goku's was the full Goku banner. So Trunks and Zamasu did not come back during that.
So most likely, this Vegeta and the Goku would be on the banner.
Yeah, they would have to just swap it. They would have to put Goku and Vegeta
as the category lead. And then, would Gotenks and Boo show up?
Since they just came back, that's so. I would have preferred Gotenks and Boo to be on these banners actually than the Super Saiyan 2s. No, so the Super Saiyan 2s at this point are confirmed to be on here because, they're both very good, and they did do that last year. Okay,
Right.
So who else? Don't tell me they're gonna bring back Trunks and Zamasu, dude. Please don't tell me they're gonna bring back Trunks and Zamasu.
I mean, they're kind of old at this point.
I don't want them back. I wanted Gotenks and Boo on these banners with the Super Saiyan 2s. That would have been crazy.
That would be a very good banner. But usually they are very solid, so I can see them 100% putting Gotenks and Boo on there.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they just say, hey, screw it, let's just throw them on there too.
Yeah, in terms of easy A's, there would have to be somewhat newer Dokkan Fest.
AGL Rose, maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that actually.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who's like recent EZAs. So we've had Kid Buu, we've had Super 17. Super 17 could possibly be added. Yes, I mean, to be honest, they could put Kid Buu and Super 17. It's not like these guys ever come back on banners, right?
Yeah, and you can see some very like it's also got to be thematic, right? So because I'm looking at this right now, and it's Vegito, and it's Future Saga, it's Vegito's Zamasu, all that stuff, right? And then a random Super Saiyan Gohan from
yeah,
and then it's Straight Boo. It's just like
they don't really there's not much of a theme. Too much like does that?
But there is though. It's like you have Vegito, you have Trunks. Then you have the transforming Trunks. You have
Futures
Zamasu,
here.
You got Teg Zamasu. You got Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. Like 7 of them are
Makes
from
sense.
the Future Saga.
STR Boo is just a random throw-in. They just literally had nothing else to throw in there.
Gohan. And then this one, the same thing, right? You got Gogeta, you got Bardock, you got Broly, you got the Super Saiyan Gogeta. Even like, I mean, I guess they're from different movies, but you have the other Gogetas at least, and Janemba, which is kind of in theme. But then you got a random Cell, which makes no sense. And then you have, Omega Shenron from GT. So it's like they kind of stuck with the theme, but kind of didn't, but just threw that random Cell in there. So that would also change it because 6-year anniversary should be Tournament of Power themed.
So it's going to be even weirder.
Yeah, we'll probably look at some of the units from Tournament of Power coming in there, and
which is going to be weird because the only good units they could throw on there, which this might be a little bit of a global shaft in a way. Not global shaft, like a shaft in the banner, because I don't think they're gonna add Frieza to this banner. I don't think they're gonna add Kefla to this banner. I don't think they're gonna add maybe Kaioken Goku actually. Kaioken Goku.
I can see Kaioken Goku and I can see Beerus.
Yeah, those because they've been back so many times that they don't need to use them for like a one trick, type, to get you to summon on a banner. But Kefla, he's only come back once. Frieza hasn't come back, so I don't think either of those two will be on the banner. But Kaioken Goku,
maybe. I would see Kefla over Frieza.
Yeah,
I think Frieza that would be a little bit too soon.
Yeah, Kefla came back with Gogeta, so like that was what, like 2 months ago. Yeah, just about 2 months. So yeah, Kefla could be on it. But it's still weird. Like Tournament of Power. Here's the thing that we have not really discussed: the theme. So it's probably gonna be Tournament of Power and Realm of Gods. I think that's gonna be like the most obvious one here. So we could also look at Realm of Gods to see what they've added recently, because they're probably gonna do like a mix. I think they should probably add Kefla or at least Kaioken Goku, and then they could grab some fodder units, right? Like they could throw on Jiren, which I'm sure they will. They're gonna have to throw some type of fodder on there. They can't just be straight fire. So I'm expecting maybe Jiren, maybe AGL Gogeta. I mean, they're not fodder, but like what I'm saying. Like they're not like they're not primary. I can see Vegeta Blue, the transforming one, being on a banner. So like, that
hurts.
It does hurt. UI Goku. Oh my god.
And I say this like a lot of people, they misinterpret. I don't know. They're just trying out new words, guys. They misinterpret, what I mean by that. I don't mean that they're bad. Even UI Goku is still good for a lot of different events.
It's just in today's meta.
He's been on 50 banners. And so if you've been playing this game for a while, you probably have rainbowed Int UI Goku a long time ago. AGL, Goku or Vegeta a long time ago.
Yeah, mine's been rainbow for a while.
There's the meme of scroll down a little bit into the physical cards.
Vegeta.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about.
Vegeta, yeah.
He's good. He's a great card. But again, most people, since they've been playing for a decent amount of time, have rainbowed him because he's been on 50 million banners. So you don't want to see him again on the 6th-year anniversary and end up using up sick summon animations on a physical transforming Vegeta.
Yeah.
That's the thing you want to see.
It's true. So I would expect some of these units to be on there. It's not just going to be a complete fire banner. It's going to have those, Super Saiyan 2s could be on there, and then they just say, hey, you know what? We're gonna throw Super Saiyan 2s, but how do you guys like Int UI and STR Jiren or Int UI with Evolution Vegeta?
You can even see like Int Goku Black on there.
Oh
like,
no, not him.
You know
not
what I mean?
him.
I got 100% see them doing that. Like, there he is on the banner.
That's painful, man. I know it's there. It's a possibility, but it hurts so much.
And I have him rainbowed, so I wouldn't want to see him on the banner, but
yeah, that hurts.
I can definitely see them doing that.
Yeah. Well, that was, I think we did a pretty good job making the banner. We know the concrete. We know the 4 LRs are going to be on it. We know concrete, the Super Saiyan 2s. Gotenks Sabura up in the air, and then the 3 EZAs again. Just it could be anything. Like those are gonna be pretty random, especially since not many tournament of power units have gotten EZAs.
Yeah,
that's exactly. Like the hard part. I could see them getting EZAs during the celebration. Like maybe 18 and 17 will get an EZA, or Boga. Boga Jeanette. Boda. There we go. It's been a while.
I mean, we're really only looking at like what Dispo.
And Topo,
Kale, and Khalifa.
Which, to be fair, they could actually use those 4, right? They don't need a lot. They could actually use those.
For sure.
Which I would be fine with.
There's definitely more EZAs that need to come out like that. Int Hit desperately needs an EZA.
Yeah, they could do him.
He's hurting for one bad.
Yeah.
The 17 and 18, the Tech 17,
Tech 18. You know what would be good? Putting Kale and Khalifa on the banner. Don't put Topo and Dip. I would put Kale and Khalifa because they don't come back. Like, I mean, we were able to get Topo and Dipso on the LR Jiren banner. When was the last time they were featured on like a legendary summon? I don't remember. Unless it was like, it might have been LRKC.
That's a good question. Yeah, it might have been actually.
So
I have no need for any of that.
No, me neither. But for for newer people or just players that need stuff in general.
Actually, throw that HL Krillin on there, brother.
That would be a good.
I didn't get to pull him.
Me neither, but they usually keep it like within EZAs and nonsense like that. Do. But I think it's going to be a great banner. I think we've covered pretty much everything I want to cover. Remember, guys, this is all speculation. Unfortunately, me and Periodic do not work for Bandai Namco, so we actually do not have the plug to know what's going on over there.
Yeah, they only built my stadium. That's all.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, that's it. So we're pretty much good to sign off here. Definitely. This was a 30-minute video, which is fantastic. I love having these because guess what? Ads. No, you gotta throw in. You gotta be straight up sometimes, right?
20 ads, 30-minute video.
Yeah, there you go. You guys just got a nice sitcom here with Mr. Periodic and myself, Gotcha Talks. It was great having you here, man. Do you have any closing statements for our viewers?
Not much. I'm actually very excited to see what comes in this celebration because, in my opinion, after this fiasco on Global, I do think that they have to knock it out of the park because they don't want to leave that as like a bad taste in people's mouths. Because listen, word gets back to the Japanese player base. They saw the screw up, they saw the refund, and it's not encouraging that a mistake of that magnitude can be made in the game that you play. So they have to really knock it out of the park with the celebration, with the events available, with the characters and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what happens, man. It should be super hype.
Yeah, I agree. Dokkan is in a very crummy spot right now, and 6 year has to be the turnaround. Bottom line, this is the turnaround for Dokkan, and if it's not the turnaround, it's going to be a very, it's all going to depend on 6 year, right? It's all going to depend on how 6 year goes for the rest of the year. I don't think Dokkan's going to be dying in the next year or two, but we could definitely see a decrease in player base, kind of like, you know, One Piece Treasure Cruise or one of these games that a lot of people left because they weren't happy with it. So Dokkan needs to make a huge statement right now. People are still here, but it doesn't mean that they're going to be here much longer if they do another big screw up like that, or just, you know, they don't deliver. So I'm good to go ahead and wrap up here. So Mr. Periodic, again, thank you guys so much. Mr. Periodic's channel will be in the links to the description. Make sure to check out his content. Check out his Should He Spend videos, because this man gives a lot of good insight. His tier lists are really good too. All around, you know, he does a lot of great Dokkan content. So make sure to check his stuff out. And for the guys who made it to this point and all that goodness. So appreciate all the support we've got on the channel. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody, and peace out.